Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday.
Welcome to Valley Spotlight. Welcome to Selah in downtown Struthers. Brian Palumbo's been nice enough to have us come out this morning, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
First of all, I don't think I've ever actually been inside this building. And for Mike, how long has it been for you?
We came when you guys first opened, right?
Exactly.
We did our live remote. How many years ago?
17 years.
17 years ago.
Yes. So shame on you.
I know.
That's right.
I know.
And shame on me for not coming back enough.
Exactly.
I absolutely ate in the alleyway there. You had live music one night, and I think it just sort of organically happened, but I have never been inside, and there are some beautiful aspects, not just the food that's on the table right now, which I'm about to just, run away with this.
Right.
But this is an old bank building, right? The vaults, the teller windows are still here. You've kept a lot of the integrity of the building alive.
Right. We call it like a shabby chic decorating. We like the old meeting the new, and that's kind of what we put together. We like it.
Yeah. What bank was it? Do you remember?
It was first the Dollar Savings and Trust, and then it changed over after the turn of the century to the Dollar Bank.
And if you listen to those Youngstown podcasts, they talk about this place in the podcast, right?
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of the taping actually happened in the vault here.
How about that?
And you can dine. I'm sure
you can eat in the vault, right?
You can eat in the vault, but I'm sure reservations are tough to get, right?
Yeah, you can. I would a couple weeks out usually.
Okay,
usually,
that's good to know.
And definitely on the weekends. If you're coming on the weekends, make sure that you have a reservation because we've turned into pretty much by reservation only on the weekends. You can take your chances. But
I don't blame you. And you're closed on today, Sunday, and Monday, but that Tuesday through Saturday, I mean, you guys have got to be bumping.
Yeah, midweek, you can take your chances to sometimes get in, but weekends definitely by reservation.
For good reason.
Yeah,
all right.
You and your staff prepared some food.
Yes, we did.
Do you want to kind of take us around, and maybe you could start right there with
because then I can start
whatever
eating
Lauren's hogging.
It's become one of our best sellers.
Really?
It's a 3-cheese tortellini, and it has my grandmother's sweet Italian sausage. Homemade sausage in it, yes, and it's a little bit of a light cream sauce with the sweet roasted red pepper.
Yeah. Does it have a name on the menu, or is it just?
It's called our 3-cheese sausage and 3-cheese tortellini.
All right, take me to the fish in the front while Lauren dines.
That's our orange citrus glazed salmon. Then we have our shrimp and crab cakes.
I was wondering about that. This is a steak, right?
Yes, it's a steak with smothered caramelized onions, and then we have roasted red potatoes next to it. And we are known always for our gnocchi. That's our signature dish here. It's hand rolled from the time you order it. And this one is called our gnocchi pear. So we have our homemade gnocchi with an Asiago Alfredo and spinach, and then some homemade meatballs and sauce, and all made from scratch in-house. Everything we try to keep everything as fresh as possible.
And then finally,
this is our version of a coco vin, and it is a pounded chicken breast, and we do roasted red peppers and portobello mushrooms in a wine sauce.
Is this menu similar to when you started, or has it kind of evolved into this?
It evolves.
Yeah?
It evolves, yes.
Because of people's tastes, or because of what you like to do, or why?
I think we evolve, in general, like as we cook and we experiment and we decide what people like. And I do a lot of travel, so I get inspired by other chefs, and I come back and we kind of mesh it with
get in the lab,
old traditional Italian or French cooking, and do our spin on it, and we kind of just make it work.
Well, whatever you're doing, it's
working.
Certainly working. This is delicious, and that. If anybody at home is thinking,
we're going to kind of rotate things around, right, as we go?
This is breathtaking.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good for you. Congrats on all your success.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk about a little bit more that's coming in Struthers with you at the end of the show, because this isn't just your one little baby. You've got a couple of other projects in the works around here too. So
we do. They're in their infancy stages, but they're coming.
17 years and counting.
17 years for them. Over 100 for this next story. It's an insurance business in Warren that if you're from that area, you've heard of, but don't worry so much about the insurance part as the story of it and how sometimes the best laid plans don't always go the way you think they will.
Growing up, I knew that it was a family business, but it didn't really occur to me that would be something I would do one day.
Yeah, what did you want to be?
I was going to work outdoors.
Yeah.
I was never going to work in an office because that wasn't going to be my thing. So I was a forestry major.
Shelley Taylor had a plan. She was out west, following her heart and getting ready for the next step.
I had a summer job. I was going to take a semester off and go back to grad school because I had gotten in at the University of Denver. And my dad said, well, we have this little project we could have you do. And that was December 1st of 1997, and here I am.
Fast forward 25 years,
right.
And you're a good
I
part
never
of
left.
it. Right. Yep, like her dad, uncle, and grandfather before her, Shelley was now part of the family insurance business, a business dating back over 100 years.
Mr. Paige had his agency in the early 20s, 1921. And then Mr. Byrnes, I believe, has started in 1937.
Okay.
And they came together to become Paige and Byrnes. And I think there were a couple iterations, Paige and Byrnes and someone else. But eventually it just kept rolling back to Paige and Byrnes.
These letters on the wall that spell out Paige and Byrnes were on the original office building in downtown Warren. Now the offices are in Howland, which is better equipped to handle modern technology. But the old school technique of personal conversation still rules.
And I like to think that we're very good at what we do and really work hard to take care of people and do the right thing. But sometimes it's as simple as answering our phone or returning a phone call, which is hopefully the bare minimum that standard of care should be, but we do that too.
Paige and Byrnes is able to save you money by getting quotes from multiple insurance companies and sell you the best product for your needs. From companies and their employee needs to regular people just like us, they sell insurance using a certain approach.
We specialize, and so what we specialize by people. So we have people that do home and auto insurance, and that's all they do, because then you can be good at it. Because we're trying to learn 10 different companies. In order to understand 10 companies, you have to be doing the same thing every day. You know, someone calls us and says, hey, I have this problem, or this is what I have, and we can work on their policy for them and say, oh, you're a mess, and here's what you need to do. Or, I can't believe you're paying this much for this product. And even sometimes you're where you should be. We can't do anything for you. And people, they appreciate the honesty.
Shelley says she and her team find that many people are underinsured. They don't realize the old coverage amounts reflect house or car values that are not up to date. But a simple conversation can take care of all that, and that's what they take pride in doing.
And so what we try to do is educate people about that, because you can have it cheaper, but you want it to pay a claim too. So we want to help people make the right decision for them.
Meanwhile, Shelley and her brother and co-owner David stay visible in the community. They keep helping this community and keep volunteering, just like their company has always done for more than a century.
And when I was doing research, I was looking back in the documents, and my grandfather was one of the original board members. And I just thought, you know, this is nice. This is nice. It's a continuity of care in our community that my family has done all these years. It's really special to me.
Well, there you go. Paige and Byrnes right there in Howland.
Over
next to
100
that
years.
Medici Museum. Yeah, how about that? Since 1921 or something like that?
Unbelievable.
So good. Anyway,
Good
all right,
to
we'll
have
take
them
our
here.
first break.
And I think that's the mixer to make more gnocchi, which is a good idea because this is amazing. Wednesdays are gnocchi night.
Gnocchi Fest. How fun.
I'll be here.
Okay, we'll take our break, come back, and we're going up to Howland for the next segment.
Yeah, Howland Tigers.
All right.
You have got to get to Ducat right now because these deals will not last. Save big on the best brands for keeping your yard in tip-top shape. Our deals on Stihl handheld trimmers and blowers last through June, so be sure to get your hands on one. And don't forget, Ducat is still your home for parts and service. Ducat has 2 locations in Warren and Canfield. Stop in and take advantage of these great rebates today.
Is the low-cost living anti-inflation department store.
Shop Hills in the Liberty, Lincoln Knowles, and Boardman Plaza, Youngstown, and the Ridgeview Plaza in Warren, and the Hills location in Champion, all open 10 till 10 daily.
All right, we're back here on Valley Spotlight in Struthers this morning.
At Selah. Lots of
Selah.
people are kind of like go back and forth with how to say it. It is Selah.
Which is from the Old Testament, and it means
Right.
to take a pause or,
Yeah, have
you
a
know,
moment to think and ponder.
Right.
And if you're going to take a moment to think and ponder and eat, you should come here.
this would be a good thing to think about.
Really,
It's all
really
we've been thinking
amazing.
about, actually.
I know, I can't help it.
All right, tell me about Howland.
All right, our Howland Tigers. There is a class at the Howland High School that is called Leadership and Community Engagement.
Okay.
And what they do is they go to different businesses in the area and they take a look at what maybe a business owner is facing as a problem, and they do their best to remedy it. And we had a chance to sit down with these kids as they tour
Wahaka.
It's no secret that high school students will probably take a liking to tacos and burritos and nachos and pretty much any item on the Wahaka Taco menu.
I liked it personally. I had quite a few tacos when I was there, and the nachos. I really love the slushies too.
But for this group of Howland High School students, this lunch visit is just the beginning of a whole lot of work. This is the Leadership and Community Engagement class. This class, at its core, is about problem solving in the real world.
I think education has gotten so follow the rubric, pass the test. And this class is a little bit different because they get to work with teams, not always their best friends. They have to make their own decisions. They have to divide up the work. We don't give them a rubric. Miss Polani and I, who I co-teach with, we say we're not going to tell you the answer. We're not going to tell you where to go and find the answer. We might shake our heads that you're on the right track, but we want you to use those critical thinking skills and use those soft skills that you need in the workplace to figure out the answer. And it's not so much about the final presentation, it's about the steps they take to get there.
Wahaka Taco owner and founder Mark Canzanetta invited this group of young problem solvers to take on solving a few problems his new business venture has faced in the first few months of business. How to attract a younger demographic, as well as improving on food quality and ordering issues.
And it was important information for us because getting inside the minds of a 15 to 18-year-old demographic, 14 to 18-year-old demographic for the business we're trying to do was very insightful, and getting their thoughts on what they thought we could do to improve our business. And they legitimately came up with some really great ideas. I was very, very impressed, and you know me, I'm not impressed often.
These students had just a few weeks to understand, research, and then create presentations to help business leaders like Canzanetta succeed in ways that they haven't done so before.
It was pretty fun. We had a good time thinking about different ideas, how to help you guys, just different ways to help your business.
And it would be very easy for us to just go, no, this is what you need to put on the slide. Move, you need to talk to the person, you need to talk to this person. But we want them to try to figure it out on their own because they're so used to being told, this is what you need to check off in order to get the good grade. And we don't do that in this class.
Were you proud of them today?
I was, yes, I was very proud of them. They did a good job. All of the suggestions that we kind of led them to, they did implement. Some of the people who aren't the best public speakers did a little bit better this time from the first presentation, so I was proud of them.
And sometimes the best ideas are best served by the customers you want.
The easiest fix, probably just like the menu and like customizable tacos, just making more choices that would help if you're trying to bring in our high school audience, more customizable tacos, taking off the different vegetables and being able to put what you want on it.
It was very insightful. They want it to be a little bit simpler.
Do you think that you're going to follow through with any of their advice?
I absolutely will. That's why I requested all of each presentation. Mike and I absolutely will review all the data along with you and the team, and we'll implement some of it. The biggest thing was I liked the TV screens. As much as I like modern technology, maybe a little bit too techy for what we're trying to do.
Very astute, these young men and women, huh?
I know, and Mark and Mike Gallo, they were able to sort of take all these ideas and some of these really, really thought through plans and then, go back and figure out what they can do to make it better. And I think that that's a really good way to be a business owner,
It's funny how kids can be, they're not being mean. It doesn't come across as mean, they just come across as genuine.
And direct.
And sometimes you take it a different way than you would if it comes from an adult.
Absolutely. So. And it was wonderful to get to know them. Their teachers are great, so
yeah.
Good job to everybody.
Well, the one thing that doesn't need changing is the enchiladas.
No.
Right.
They are perfect. And you know what? I'll be honest. I did not think that they needed enchiladas. It is the only thing I'll order now.
They're good.
They're
and
so good.
I got to see them up close and personal this week. Time for Pesto's Test Kitchen at Wahaka today. You like that?
I do.
That was like a Brent Musburger jump right in.
When are we ever going to go back to my house? Maybe this summer.
When we're invited. It's your house. Mike is here, Mark is here, I am here, and these are enchiladas.
We finally have the right tortillas for the enchiladas.
Oh, okay. What was the? What did you have, or what were you thinking, or what?
We just didn't. You know, we work with a specific tortilla company out of California called La Tortilla Factory, and it's out of Santa Rosa, California, which just happens to be Guy Fieri's hometown, my dear friend. And you know, we were waiting for them to develop these and get these ready to roll, not just for us, but I'm sure other restaurateurs across the United States. But we just, the ones we had in the beginning, we have street tacos, which we all know, and all of our guests tell us are a little bit too small, and we're changing that.
Oh, good.
Okay, so we went to a 5.5-inch white corn flour tortilla blend.
Okay.
So it's a great, beautiful, rustic flavor of Mexico, just like you would want. It's got a lot more filling in it, very rustic sauces. We have a really rich tomatillo sauce, a really rich ancho pasilla chili sauce, and this, everything's better with your favorite thing.
Cheese sauce. That's right, some queso on it.
Queso.
So is the tortilla made of white corn? Or is it just happen to be white when it's done making it?
No, it's actually made of white corn and flour blended together.
Okay, very good. All right, Mike, let's start with this one from scratch. What do you guys put in? How do you do it? And tell me the name of that one.
All right, this one is the ancho. It is with our chicken.
Okay.
It's stuffed with Chihuahua cheese.
Chihuahua is an actual state in Mexico, which there's 38 states in Mexico.
Not just a puppy. Totally
not
different.
A puppy.
Totally different, right?
It's not the little dog from you know what.
Okay.
Sprinkle with cotija and.
So cotija is kind of like an Italian Parmesan Romano.
You could see it on
but
top.
in Mexico, yes.
It kind of looks like that. And then what's the sauce for this one?
It's an ancho chili pasilla.
Okay.
And those are two types of Mexican chilies.
Gotcha.
Which we toast them and then we add them to, you know, just simple roasted tomatoes and garlic and onion, and then we puree them with water. Water is the base to a lot of the Mexican sauces.
Gotcha. So. All right, middle one is called?
It is called the roasted tomatillo sauce. That is with our pork, topped with pico and cilantro.
Okay. Yes. So our pork, which for me is the telltale of a Mexican restaurant, is the carnitas. And when I go to a Mexican restaurant, I judge them by how they make their carnitas.
Okay.
So it's like a slow roasted pork.
Just kind of falls apart because it's so tender.
Yeah, and you roast it in lard.
You do?
Yes.
That's how I want it.
That's
exactly how I want it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This looks to be our carne asada, and it is topped. You know, again, the enchiladas are filled with Chihuahua cheese, and then it is topped with our carne asada, pico de gallo, cilantro, and then everything is better with the queso. I mean, I think our roasted poblano queso, I think it tops our old friend that we used to work for back in the day.
Really? You think it does?
I think it does. I think we should have a throwdown.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well, maybe we should have a throwdown. I'll give you the old recipe for Chi-Chi's.
Yeah.
We'll do my recipe for this.
Okay.
We'll have some
like
guests.
A cheese off, a queso off.
A queso off.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you make these, do you cook these first and then put the toppings on top, or does it all kind of go in the oven at the same time?
We cook the filled enchiladas first.
Okay.
Sauce them, and then we pull them out a little bit more sauce, and then we top them. We want the guests to see that, you know what, every day here at Wahaka Taco, we are preparing fresh, cooked achiote chicken. Carnitas, carne asada, everything. We're a scratch kitchen every day.
Gotcha.
You know, nothing's coming into us frozen in a box, and all we do is thaw it and heat it.
Right.
Or anything like that. Or at certain Mexican chains where they get their beans that are in a bag, and then they add water, and then they have refried beans. We don't do that.
That's right. That's exactly how they do it, as a matter of fact. Are these, Mike, like part of a combo, or do you order it just like that, or how does it work?
Order it just like this.
Okay, and it comes out like that, and if you want something on the side, you choose to order it a la carte like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very cool. Now, finally it's sunny out, and finally it's warm out.
I know.
Tomorrow, that patio is going to be open too.
Patio is going to be open every day, and you can stay out there, rain, sleet, or shine. But finally, I think towards the end of the week, we're going to finally get some warmer weather.
Okay.
And I think that's going to be a help. I mean, people, when this came to Howland, we didn't realize what was going to be the demand for inside seating.
Okay.
So we just thought we were going to open up a taco joint, serve tacos to go, have a little bit of easy seating over there and to go. We're hoping our next store, which hopefully be online by November, will have more seating.
Okay. Well, I don't think anyone's complaining. I think this is absolutely fantastic.
No, thank you.
Now, they have something else. You guys have something else going on in the summer with a name that I had not heard. So say it one more time.
It's a classic dish from the Yucatan Peninsula. It's one of the most, it's a very historic place. It's where the Mayas settled. That was the indigenous people of the Yucatan Peninsula.
That's right.
So we're going to make a dish called conchinita pibil. It's typically served on Saturdays in Mexico, and we're going to take a pork shoulder. We're going to season it with achiote and other spices. We're going to rub it down with orange and lemon and lime, and then we're going to wrap it in banana leaves, and we're going to put it on a slow smoker and let that cook until it falls apart. And then we're going to make some heavenly tacos from that.
Yes.
Usually in Mexico, though, they actually dig a pit in the ground, and then they throw banana leaves on top of that, burlap on top of that, and they just kind of let it steam and smoke at the same time.
Yeah, what do the leaves do for it?
The banana leaves act as an insulator and a steamer.
Okay.
And plus they impart some flavor, of course.
That was going to be my next question. All right. So the hours here at Wahaka Taco are, that's where Mike comes in. What days are you open and what hours are you open?
11 to 8, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday, Saturday, soon to be 9 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, once
the daytime, extends.
And as their policy is, they give the staff Sundays off so they can take a break with their families.
Sundays is definitely a family day.
This is so good.
Well, thank you.
Should be cutting into these
We're
things.
We're going to. Trust me. Do you want to have an eating competition here?
No, let's just eat. Why do we have to be so competitive all the time? All right. Good job,
that's
you
the
guys.
way we are.
Pesto's Test Kitchen for this week. There you go. I like drinking the Coke out of the bottle. That was the first thing I asked for when I went in there.
Everybody asks, is there a difference between regular Coke and Mexican Coke? And I didn't know.
I can't really tell the difference.
Oh, I think it's drastic.
A little bit sweeter?
I think it's definitely sweeter and better.
Very
just
good.
do.
Check them out. I'm telling you. Especially the lunch deals are absolutely fantastic.
And then the family deal. All this food for $40.
So
anyway,
great.
Lots to keep track of over there.
All right, finally, I think the snow's passed and we can plant some plants.
Let's hope so. Carla and Julie and the entire Anguili family, they are ready out there in Canfield, and wait till you see this. We'll be right back.
Papa Canzonetta's peppers, recipe established in 1975. A family secret is now yours to share with the people who add spice to your life. Choose from mild and hot versions, plus our famous original blend too. They're the perfect punch for any dish, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We've got the recipes to prove it. Just follow us on Facebook, order online at papacans.com and pick your peck. papacans.com, order 6 jars or more and qualify for free shipping. We like it hot. We're glad you do too.
Well, fingers crossed, the weather is finally in our favor. I think
we've turned the corner.
I'm hoping.
We'll see.
But you know what? At Anguili's Farm Market, you walk into the greenhouse. It doesn't matter if it's cold outside
Feels
or
like
a
July.
little bit dreary. It's so beautiful. And wait till you see what Carl has in store. I feel like they just keep on adding every single year.
Me too.
Well, we know if we have Carl and Julie and his smiling face on Valley Spotlight, it means spring is here.
It's springtime.
Happy spring! Happy almost summer.
And we're here. We're, planting away, getting things ready for, the beginning of May.
Yeah, the greenhouse is in full effect.
Every day.
Every day, and as far as the eye can see here, I'm hoping that some of the video is doing it justice, because when you walk in, it's just beautiful, Carl. You guys do such a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And your whole family.
We try.
And your mom is out here with you, and Mother's Day is quickly approaching.
It is. It's here.
So don't forget. And if today is Mother's Day, as you're watching us, you guys are open for business.
We are. Mother's Day, we're here. You want to get mom something. We've got our hanging baskets. We've got great color.
Look at this.
Blowing out.
Boom.
We've got, things for full sun, part shade. You want, bleeding hearts for shade, we've got those.
This is one of my favorite flowers of all time. When I was a child, my grandmother used to have these, and my mom used to have these, and I used to think that they were the most beautiful thing in the whole world. And if you don't know what to get moms, for Mother's Day, all you have to do is ask her, well, what's your favorite kind of flower? Or what kind of flower do you remember having when you were a kid? And look at how wonderful this gift would be.
Yeah, and if the baskets aren't something that she really wants to do, we've got, tropical plants, mandevillas, hibiscus, the shrimp plant, as we have over here. We've got all those.
It does not smell like shrimp.
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
But
so don't be afraid of it in that way. It just looks like it, right?
Yeah, and the tropical plants love the heat. Just keep them watered. They're going to be more forgiving than some of the other things. So if mom doesn't have the green thumb, well, maybe that's what we got to think about. A tropical plant, knowing we got custom planters already made up for mom. Buy a nice large planter with mixed flowers.
Can you pick that one up, or are we still?
Oh yeah, no, we've got something like
we
this.
We didn't plan this, but
this is like, another item that mom would love. She doesn't want to get her hands dirty. It's got the great pot.
I love it.
We've got a lot of good things here.
And you guys are ready for anything, like he was mentioning, even if mom's not necessarily the best at keeping things alive, like this one is when it comes to green stuff, animals and children, I'm okay at that.
Yeah.
But these
plants, not so much.
Sometimes I wonder, and you guys can answer all those questions.
Yeah, we can help out.
And
whatever you need.
We're so happy to have you. Next time we do this, we're going to do vegetable gardens.
Yes.
I love that. That saves money, and it's a healthy way to get the whole family involved in doing the right thing.
Exactly. So we're here now, the month of May. We're open 9 to 7. Monday through Saturday, and 9 to 6 on Sundays.
So 9 to 6 on Sundays. If you are watching us, they're already open, and they're open till 6 o'clock right here in Canfield. Easy to find, right?
Yep, right on State Route 46 in Canfield.
Carl, welcome back.
Thank you.
Watering.
We do this in our family. The kids buy the plants, and they plant the plants for Mother's Day.
That's what we always did for my grandma.
Is that nice?
I remember it fondly.
Yeah.
So you can go out there today and pick up a bunch of things that you could either plant, throughout the week or on Mother's Day, whatever's easiest. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Right.
And that's what we're doing this week.
Yep, we have a Mother's Day market coming up, and it should be fun to shop a little bit and forget all the problems about being a mom. So Mary Ann Ritz is going to talk about it in her own words.
All the problems and the joys.
Yeah, there's some joys.
There's some joys too.
It's really a girls' night out, which we also encourage the guys to come as well. It's from 4 to 8 on Thursday, May 11th, right before Mother's Day. We have over 20 local businesses participating. I mean, great businesses. Everything you can imagine will be there. I think it's just the everyday, day-to-day routines, homework and friendships and social media. All of that just adds up.
Yeah.
Every mom needs time for themselves. I mean, maybe a little breathing exercises, some yoga, some workout, just whatever, going to a salon, a spa, take time for yourself. It's really important. If you can't take time for yourself or take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. $25, the appetizers are included, cash bar. 4 hours if they can spend the whole time. They can maybe go to one of the restaurants here on the property. The guys could go to the cigar bar. The women could go to the cigar bar for that matter. But, they could just really enjoy some time for themselves. I mean, everyone's really excited about it because part of the proceeds go to the Beatitude House. And what a perfect time of the year to really, support a local charity such as that. It's a shelter for women and children. And I just thought it was a perfect fit for our event. All the businesses have postcards with a QR code. They can scan the tickets. It's on Eventbrite. And they could go on any of the social media platforms, Wild Boutique, 850 Blues, EJ Hanna, Trendy. They all have them on their social media platforms. So tickets are available in various ways. And if they have any issues, they can contact me. So I think it's important for all moms, and I myself have 5 kids, 4 grandkids, and of course my mom's not here, but I think it's really great to honor all moms and take some time just to, buy some gifts, do a little shopping, just spend some time with mom and, like I said, honor this time.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be nice.
$25 and you get to eat and drink and
I would
walk
like
around
that.
and shop.
I like
and all these
eating.
places from different places come to one place.
And shopping.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in one spot.
And like she said, bring the guys and let them go watch TV if they don't want to shop.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Now you're thinking, Michael. I like it.
That's what I do.
Let's take a break.
All right, we'll take a break. Kelly Warren and I are going to talk a little bit more about statement walls on the other side.
These are statement gnocchi, and their statement is "Eat me."
Yeehaw! Dino Ranch Live is coming to Robbins Theater on Wednesday, May 24th. For the first time ever, join John, Min, Miguel, and their lovable dinos, Blitz, Clover, and Tango, to a roarsome live show. Tickets available now at robbinstheater.com. Welcome back to Valley Spotlight here at Selah in Struthers, if you were wondering.
You just had the steak.
Fantastic. I just tried the flat iron steak with the onions on top.
I haven't had it yet.
You're going to, I bet.
Okay.
While I talk about statement walls. If you don't want to put in bank teller windows, we have some other ideas for you.
Thank goodness, right?
Yeah, so Kelly and I are
Everybody's this lucky.
off on the road once again. Hey there, it's time for another edition of Home Advantage with Kelly Warren and her associates. Of course, we're at a house in Youngstown on Quentin Drive.
Yes.
And I've noticed they've done some upgrades.
They
the
have.
bathroom is all done. They've done new flooring in here. There's new carpet out there that goes through the whole house.
Yeah.
And then if we keep going out, there's a fun little wall that they put in, which I'm going to save for a second.
Okay.
But first, all these upgrades, how do you determine how much you want to spend on something like that versus how much you're going to sell for the house? Because the idea is to get your money back, correct?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's great when you're selling a house to just do the lesser expensive updates that go a long way. So flooring, paint, that kind of stuff on the scale of renovation cost are low budget and give a big bang for your dollar, you know?
I'm sure if you, when you walk in, you say, "Oh, dog, I can sell on the floor." That might be the first thing that.
Sometimes, yeah. Pets, cigarette smoking houses, stuff like that. So, so when you're painting and changing out flooring and, you know, renovating a little bit, you're getting rid of all those kind of things.
Okay. Do you think these folks will see the investment come back to them in this case?
Yes. Yeah. Most of the time you do. It's really, especially paint and carpet. And then, of course, you do other upgrades to houses to make them your own. But the flooring and carpet, flooring and paint, always you get your money back out of it.
Speaking of flooring and painting, obviously they've done this room and they've added this, what would you call this kind of wall?
Statement wall?
A statement wall, that's right, and it makes a statement. So tell me about this one, what you like about it.
I love the creativity with it, and I just love making a space your own, you know? So instead of just everybody having gray walls, to go and do something like this makes it fun, makes it cozy, makes it a little unique and different from every other house. And you see things like this, or even like a, you know, one wall painted red, or wallpaper making a comeback, you know, in a dining room or something. So just kind of personalizing it, but still keeping it plain and simple and clean, which is the in look right now.
I think when we sold my grandfather's house, we stripped the wallpaper because at that time it was not in, but we did leave one wall up because it just seemed different and fun, and like you said, it makes a statement.
So the wallpaper that's in is like not the 80s, our grandparents' wallpaper, like, you know.
Well, this was like the 50s.
Oh,
but
well,
anyway.
that's back in.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's kind of why we left it. But yeah, and like you said, it could just be a fresh coat of paint on there. Just that one wall really makes a difference.
Yeah, just something to make it stand out and make the home yours. You know, claim the space.
If people want to see pictures of this place and all the things going around in this neighborhood, go ahead and tell them the website.
KellySoldIt.com.
And then the phone number too.
330-717-2689.
Your choice, Boardman or Howland. They have offices in both. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There's another edition of Home Advantage.
While you were talking about statement walls, I was eating the steak.
I just wanted to hear. It's not a statement wall.
It's not a statement
wall.
It should be a statement wall.
They had new carpet, new flooring,
like
new bathroom.
It's beautiful.
They did the whole thing. Very, very nice.
Very, very nice. And so is Miss Kelly Warren. So.
Yes. And so is your next story.
Oh, wow. All right. So I live in Hubbard, right? We live in Hubbard. And I have never been inside of this store called Extending Grace. This is a lot of never have I evers in this show for me, which is sometimes a little hard to believe. But these two ladies are one in a million. Susan and Devin, what you've created there is truly special. So I invite everybody out there to go and see why.
Okay.
Any kind of truly successful partnership calls for moments of extending grace. And that can also be said for business partners and friends Susan Mocker and Devin Cretella.
We've been friends, we're trying to figure that out, maybe since the 90s. So it's wonderful because we each have different gifts. And we feel like they really complement one another.
Their friendship began decades ago, and their business, Extending Grace, located in the heart of downtown Hubbard, is just about to celebrate year 7.
Hubbard is a really fun place to be. We have wonderful restaurants, and we have just some great small shops that are, you know,
you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah, you can't. Like
No.
Stewart's Furniture has been here forever. They've got 3 or 4 floors of furniture, and people are like, they do? And so it's just, it's really nice. And then you have, you know, a wonderful florist, a great yarn shop. We just have a lot of different things here that.
Where's the yarn shop?
It's right around the corner. It's called Gwen Aaron Natural Fibers.
Oh, that's what that place is.
Yeah, it's really cool.
This place feels like home the moment you walk in. You really do get what Devin and Susan are willing to give.
That's what it's about. That's what grace is. You know, giving undeserved favor to people, giving of yourself and making people feel warm and welcomed when they come into your home or to your business.
It's hard to know where to look first. All of your senses are greeted by something familiar, whether it's a remarkable piece of furniture, a special plate, a gift for someone close to you. The list and possibilities are endless.
We are real excited because we feature the work of local artists and makers here. That's, you know, been part of it from the very beginning, and it's what we love. You know, we love supporting one another, and some of our artists come here and teach workshops, so it's really nice.
And when we say possibilities, we mean it. Like Susan just hinted at, Extending Grace offers a series of classes that teach everything from refinishing furniture to creating one-of-a-kind pieces of art.
Our workshops aren't like typical paint and sip type things. We do a lot with the products that we sell. So we sell fusion mineral paint, we sell iron orchid design, we sell recycled paper, so we have a wall of papers and things like that. We have a mixed media area that we're just beginning, so we're real excited about that. We offer, I think, workshops for folks that you can't find anywhere else.
You know, when we moved here and we got our own paint line, then we thought, well, we'll start these furniture classes. So we do a furniture workshop now. It's 2 days. We only run it in the spring and summer because part of what we do is outside. But people come in for 2 days, they get all their supplies, they learn how to paint a piece of furniture from the very beginning. You learn how to clean it, you know, maybe do a little bit of light repair on it if it needs it, paint it, wax it. They walk out of here the second day and it's a total completed project.
But if you think this place is just about the stuff, you might want to think again. Extending Grace is defined by the people that make it come to life.
You know, when people come in and they share their stories with you, something they're going through, or the relationships that we build, I think is the most important thing to me. It's not about the stuff, it's about the people. And we get so many opportunities just to, you know, to be that friend or be that listening ear. Early on, we had this one woman who was kind of a regular, and then we knew that her husband was ill, and then he passed away. And she would come in here sometimes, we'd give her a cup of coffee, and she just would come over here and just wander by herself for an hour or so because she said she just needed to get away and get out of the house and be somewhere different. And she said she always felt like this was a very peaceful place where she could come and just collect her thoughts. And that is important to us.
What wonderful people.
I know. They are really, really close friends with a lot of their customers, and so much so that during COVID, they started these Facebook Lives on Wednesdays, and they've kind of continued that with like a lot of different like art lessons and, you know, being able to see how new paints work, things like that. So follow them on Facebook, look them up online, and I really just go on in there. We missed the Shop Small Hubbard event. It was yesterday. I'm sure they were very busy, but wonderful people.
All right, let's take our break, and we're going to do a little more shopping after that.
Yes, in a couple of different ways. Doesn't matter what kind of mama you have. We have you covered.
Taking one cash offer for your home doesn't have to be your only option. I'm Barbara Corcoran, and especially in today's current market, having a local real estate agent who offers great marketing and options that are customized to fit your needs is smart. In Youngstown, the agent I trust is Kelly Warren. Kelly can give you a guarantee to sell your home, instant offer, and the best marketing strategies in the Mahoning Valley. Get the option that's right for you. Go to kellysoldit.com.
Back here on Valley Spotlight, welcome back on this Sunday morning.
I don't know if you realize this, but when I moved to Youngstown, all of my clothes came from JCPenney prior to that.
I thought it was Gabe's. I thought you were going to Gabe's a lot.
When I got to Youngstown,
Right.
that's when I found
Oh,
Gabe's.
I see. All right.
And Goodwill.
Well, see,
Your
I didn't
Goodwills
know.
are around here. But
So when you go back into JCPenney.
When I go to JCPenney, it is like me going back to the mothership. And the center of it all, bath, beauty, you name it.
Body.
Plus the way that they are cultivating some of the relationships with the people that create these products is just makes my heart happy.
All
so
right.
let's go. I don't know about you, but any chance to go to JCPenney, I usually raise my hand. And Nick, you don't know me. We've never met before. This is Nick. Nick is in charge of all things beauty here at JCPenney. And I shop at JCPenney and have done so since my early 20s.
Really?
Religiously.
Okay.
Okay, all your friends over there, they know that already.
Yes, you're a regular. Yeah.
They know that. But I literally have some sweaters that I bought here when I was like 22 that I still wear to this day.
I totally understand.
And they're all very familiar to me because I'm like, I have met them all at one point in my life, and I am so glad to be in this space with you.
Thank you. I'm so glad to have you here.
There's so much going on in everything that is now considered JCPenney beauty, and lots of reasons behind it. So they were taking me through some of the designers and some of the people who make this stuff. It's a different mentality these days, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's important that we recognize that our customers don't just fit in one bucket, and that we need to see them and they need to see themselves more than anything represented in everything that's available, whether that's from skin tone, gender, preferences, but also price points too, you know.
Right.
That's really important to us, and so that's why we've developed this JCPenney Beauty.
JCPenney Beauty, and so that means people from all different walks of life and all different cultures are now represented, not just with the bottle itself, but also in a lot of the visuals and the marketing to tell the story a little bit better.
Right, absolutely. We want our customers to see themselves represented in everything that we do, whether it's our imagery that we have available or the founders that we feature with many of our premier brands that we have and carry, but then also a variety of offerings for kids, for men, and then as I mentioned, the price points are really critical too.
Yes, they are. I can remember being on a bit of a budget over the years myself, and then having to buy makeup because I don't wake up looking like this. It always kind of feels like a burden, and it should be a little bit more fun. And I love being able to see every single color of foundation, okay? All of them right in person, and that means you can try them.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm a different color depending on what year it is. Yes, true.
Right.
And what month it is.
Well, I mean, it's Ohio, so we have that a lot of changes seasonally depending upon what day of the week it is oftentimes.
Lucky, right?
So I get it.
We get to do it all. And to have it in person, you guys are still very hands-on and knowledgeable people out here that can walk you through almost anything. I was looking right in front of me, this Mirabella brand that I kind of had heard through the World Wide Web, things like that. To see it in person is a special moment for you guys too.
Right, yes. So this is one of our brands that is well known within the makeup artist industry specifically because it's always been something that's been direct to MUA makeup artists and unavailable to the public specifically.
Never.
So it's one of the brands that we offer now that we were able to bring to life for what I call try and buy, because as you mentioned, that experience is really important to being able to feel confident with the choices that you're making in beauty.
I see all kinds of scrolling beauty things on Instagram or Facebook, and it's like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm never gonna buy this because I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it smells like.
Yes.
And you guys still have wonderful options when it comes to fragrances too. My daughter would come out of here smelling for a week if I brought her in.
Oh, well, bring her in, but you know, she'll smell great at least. So there's that.
She will. Yeah. You guys are located right inside of JCPenney. If you're coming off the mall concourse, right next to jewelry, and beautiful space and wonderful people. Thank you guys for making us feel so welcome today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. We're glad to have you.
Lots of thank yous. Yeah. Thank you, Ron, for editing this.
Thanks, Ron.
I saw the Mirabella thing and I was like, ding, ding, ding. I've heard of that, but I've never actually seen it.
I see that more on the social media and stuff.
Yeah, on like TikTok, things like that. And then just, you know, I'm going to give you a little secret. Mike has had to wear foundation as well over the years.
I do. I'm a MAC guy. I wear MAC makeup typically.
But to be able to see all of those different
all
those foundations.
They're just sitting there ready to go.
Every skin tone, there is such wonderful stories behind it. I like a good story with a good product, and those are good people. Well,
similarly, Ducut has been around forever too, right?
They have. And Lisa, our friend Lisa Miller, she's on fire these days. And what they're picking and how they're, sourcing these different products from, some of the best brands. When they have a sale, you got to get there.
Right.
So. Well, I don't know about you guys, but our yard is overtaking our entire lives. I feel like I'm not going to see Fred for some time because we got to fix things, we got to tune things up, and that's why we're out here with our good friend Lisa at Ducut. Lisa, happy spring!
Happy spring! Here we are again, ready to go.
We are holding on to the newest, the latest and greatest steel handhelds. We've got Mother's Day coming, we've got Father's Day coming. These babies, I'm not even a yard person, but I could be thanks to this.
Yeah, you just want it because it looks fun.
It does. Yeah. And it comes with a great carrying case.
Comes with a great carrying case. So this is a hedge trimmer, and then it also comes with another blade to be a hedge, to be a grass shear, so you could trim lawn around your sidewalk and things like that. That's kind of grown up, but this will lightly trim bushes and things like that.
This is so light, by the way.
Yeah.
Like sometimes things are overbearing and get, really heavy, and then you're afraid of them. This is super user-friendly. Yours, look at this little baby.
It's a little chainsaw. So anything that hedge trimmer cannot handle, this little chainsaw can. So you can get out there and trim, small saplings and things like that are coming out, those shoots that grow out.
Like overnight.
Right.
One day they're there, the next day
it's like the hair on your chin, you get one and it grows 3 feet overnight.
I did that this morning.
Sorry.
I had 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's what being in your, middle-aged is.
That's right.
That's what it is.
That's right.
And we love every second of it. But the thing is I also love the fact that this is battery operated.
Yes, and these two will take the same battery. So if you buy one, you'll have battery for both, but they both come with a battery and a charger. This one comes with the other hedge, the grass shear head. You still have to use bar and chain oil in this, to lubricate the chain.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is a great gift idea.
Yeah, these are great.
The other reason that we're out here is, people are constantly buying things online. I know I'm guilty of it. You see something that's a great price, seems like I got to jump on it right now. But you guys are on the other end of some phone calls of people that are buying things on the internet or Facebook Marketplace that looks like it's going to be the greatest deal ever. And there's a reason why some of those prices are what they are. And I think that this insight is incredibly valuable if you're like me and you're like, I'm going to fall for that super cheap price.
Well, it's very attractive, but there are a lot of brands out there, and we, like Lauren said, we're on the receiving end of these phone calls, and people are angry because no one can buy parts, you can't get anything serviced, and we don't take care of those things. So it's an unfortunate learning experience.
Yeah.
But you're basically buying a boat anchor that you are not going to be able to use. So please buy power equipment from an authorized servicing dealer that sells parts and can fix the product, please.
Eventually something is going to happen.
Right, it's a machine.
Life happens.
Right,
so.
And the parts are not universal. I always say, when you go to buy a sweeper belt, is there only one sweeper belt on the wall?
No.
No. So why would you think that the parts for this Toro are the same as the parts for whatever you may buy on the internet? They are not. They are not.
We do want to make sure that we get that point across. But there are some great deals. We're sitting on the Toro line right now, and I know my lovely husband is salivating at the idea of one of these being new. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but maybe someday in our lifetime. But there are some great deals happening through May on these, hundreds of dollars off.
Yes, yes, up to $300 off on certain mowers. Some have $100, $200, and $300, different categories. But yes, and again, we service everything we sell. It's assembled and delivered to your home with a beautiful do-cut truck and a smiling delivery guy, and he'll take good care of you and show you how to use it. And we're here for you before, during, and after the sale. We've been here for 76 years.
That is the secret to success right there. And really, when you walk in, if you have questions that start from the littlest, tiniest machine up into the biggest, these folks can help you. And no question is silly, and I really like the fact that you guys are that way about most everything. So I'm proud to consider you guys friends here.
Well, we're happy to be part of the Valley Spotlight family, and it's important. We have a good relationship, but we have to, customer has to know that when you walk in the store, we care about every one of you. Okay, you have sustained us here for 76 years, and we want to be here for 76 more. So
I have a feeling that will happen. Lisa, thank you so much. There are 2 locations, one in Warren, this one right here, and then in Canfield. And of course, you guys do a heck of a business online too, right?
We do. We sell and ship product all over the world, believe it or not, from this little store right here. But yep, we do it.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thanks, you too.
All right, this is fun. I'm always impressed with people starting their own business.
This is not tea, this is coffee.
Right.
That's okay.
And I'm not much of a tea drinker. I like iced tea here and there. But I met a young man, and when I say young man, I mean young, that's starting his own business just built around tea.
I love it. We do enjoy. I enjoy some tea.
I think it was like a stuffy nose, cough.
Last April, Cole Stevens was in the same boat as a lot of us.
It was about just a year ago today. I had got sick, and I wanted to try some tea. I've never really indulged in tea at all, so.
So he added a little honey and gave hot tea a try, and it worked. So well, in fact, he got an idea.
I tried it out, and I thought it was really good, so I thought I could make my own flavors on it and give it my own twist. I combine a whole bunch of herbs that I have and teas, green tea leaves into a bag that I think would make a good flavor together.
And so good that he was letting other people try it.
Well, I was making it for myself at first, and then people wanted to try it, and so I started to give people my product, and they all loved it, so it started to blow up and became a brand.
Yep, Cole was in business, and Cole's Stevens was born. Tea, not just for him, but for other people too.
Really, when everyone was like buying it off me, I was like, well, this isn't like just for me anymore. It's for, I have customers now. And there's people that want more and more. Like, they keep coming back to me asking for more.
Soon Cole started to think about other flavors.
I was doing the herbs in a bag, and I wanted to expand beyond that, so I looked into chai tea, and I found I could make like a concentrate chai and then combine it with milk in it, put it in a bottle, and it was amazing.
So other people, what did they say?
They thought it was amazing too. I started selling it to kids at school, selling it to people here.
This would be a good time to mention that Cole is still a student. He's a senior at Howland, plus he works as a cook at the Grand Resort. Now this overachieving 18-year-old had a third business and more flavors in the works. Hot tea, chai tea in the bottle, and now these.
My newest flavor that everyone likes is the peach, strawberry, and raspberry tea.
Those are 3 different ones.
Yep.
And those are iced teas typically, right?
Yep.
They really are delicious and good for you. And they're turning people into tea drinkers, including himself.
There's a lot of benefits, anti-inflammatory, can prevent cancer, and a whole bunch of crazy things. For instance, my mom, she never really drank tea, and she's been drinking it now. And me, I've never drank it either, and I've come to love it.
good show, right?
This show takes the cake, doesn't it?
It does.
How many kinds of cake? Does it always rotate, or is it the same 3-4 kinds?
No, it rotates. It depends on what the baker wants to bake that morning. We have probably about 16 or 18 different cakes to choose from.
And he does them himself? You don't farm it out to somebody else?
No, myself and Shaniqua, we're the only 2 bakers here, and all of them are from scratch recipes that have been handed down through the years, and we put a little bit of spin on them, and nothing is extremely sickening sweet. That's why everyone likes our cakes.
Including the frosting and all that stuff?
Yes.
Okay, Duncan Hines, way to go. Nice work. Is it good?
I don't even know,
What's this one called?
This is the birthday cake one.
Yeah, this is the vanilla bean birthday cake.
Well, happy birthday,
Oh
May
my
people.
goodness. And we're able to be here because of Steel Light. And I hear that you've never even been to their showroom.
I haven't, and it's
on your list now, isn't it?
It's a great destination point now.
You've got to go. And I have to say, as I'm eating off
That's
of
fun.
this,
Whipped cream frosting.
Yes.
This dish, it goes so perfectly with this, but this depression ware, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Then the cake is so good, right?
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Oh,
Honest to goodness.
you can order them, yes. The whole cake.
She prefers it in advance, but if you're Lauren, you just call them up whenever. Right. You have some this afternoon for her.
Right.
Okay, so we have a few minutes left. We talked about Gnocchi Fest Wednesday.
Yes.
Any other specials we should know about?
Actually, we have different nightly specials every weekend. And then we have, you should know about though, that we have European style dining outside starting the second week in July. Different entertainers come through and perform every week.
Like you're on the streets of France or Italy or something like that?
It's amazing.
Oh,
You would not
fun.
believe you're in downtown Struthers. It's a really cool thing. And then we are on the last production of The Best Kept Secret in Youngstown, I feel like. Upstairs we have a small theater, seats 45 people, and
Really?
they are opening a week from now, their last production of their season. Mary Ruth Lynn directs all the plays up there. So it's a great date night.
There's a theater up there?
Absolutely, it's a great.
And not like a movie theater.
No, live performances.
Like a stage to theater.
Yeah, so Thrill Me is opening. It's full musical, two men, and they will be opening next weekend actually.
How about that?
Yeah.
I am so
Dinner
glad
and
you
a
picked
show.
up the phone when I called you in a panic.
I know.
Oh
So
my
much for your
gosh.
secret. Now everything's out, right?
Everything's out. Everything's out. It's
And you
best
have a
date
cou-
night.
you have a
Pre-show
couple
dining
of-
and upstairs for the show.
That's awesome.
The few other projects that you have.
Yes, we purchased a plaza, and we have gutted that, and we're redoing that building as close to original as we can, and we're kind of excited about the new thing. A dressmaker already opened up over there.
Is it in Struthers?
In
Right down the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then next door, we are going to do an event space on the first floor with big doors that'll open up into our alley, and then a boutique hotel upstairs. So we're really excited about what
Brian.
tomorrow holds.
It's been 17 years is too long for us to
I know.
put in
I know.
between our visits.
Yes, you better be here next week.
Are you kidding me? You're
Yeah.
to be you're like, oh my God, she's here again. That's what happened with El Jefe. We went there, and I'm like, we go there like once a week. This is going to be on my list, and this is. I'm turning 40 this year, and this is what I would like to eat.
Birthday
on my
cake,
40th
cake.
birthday.
All right, done. It's done. Mark it down. All right, at the end of the show, we do a little retro-mercial.
Okay.
It's almost pool season, and this was kind of a big deal when I was a kid to fall back into the pool like the people doing the Nestea plunge. So that's our old commercial.
We're just like, okay, Michael.
I know, I'm just telling you. And I know some of you did it. I know it. So that's our show for this week. How do they watch?
Yes, thank you for watching. ValleySpotlight.com. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, or right here on the WBCB at 10 o'clock in the morning. We certainly appreciate you all these years.
Thank you, Brian.
So
This was
good job.
amazing.
Thank you.
All right, have a good Sunday, everybody.
My throat is like a desert. I'm as dry as I can be. Got a thirst as big as Texas. Come on, taste the taste of wetness. Take the Nestea plunge. Soak your thirst with Nestea instant tea.
Nestea, it's the best wet yet.
So taste the taste of wetness. Take the Nestea plunge.
Nestea is real tea, 100% tea. No wonder it's America's biggest selling instant.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.